If you're not eating tofu on a regular basis, then what are you even doing with your life? I'm definitely a self-proclaimed soy girl and I am obsessed with tofu. So I want to share with you the 3 recipes that I absolutely adore right now and what I'm making pretty much every single day. I do eat tofu every single day because I love it that much. I love it because it is high in protein. It is absolutely delicious. You can add it to